All right, so today we're going to talk about Le Chatelier's principle. So remember that Le Chatelier said that there are three factors. So the three factors are pressure, which we don't do in this class because that only has to do with gases. So gases only. Temperature, and then also concentration. Oops, concentration. Okay, so in today's lab, what you're going to do is you're going to experiment with, we're going to use cobalt, which is going to be dissolved in water. So I have the cobalt here, dissolved in water. We're going to react it with calcium chloride, and that's going to give us extra chlorine. Okay, this is a reversible reaction, so we're going to draw those double arrows. And then it's going to be a single replacement. So basically, cobalt is going to bond with the chloride, and then we get some water as a product. So the interesting thing is we're going to mix calcium or cobalt with our calcium. So our pink starts out pink and then clear, and this is going to turn blue. So if you were to think about what color is going to be in this middle part at equilibrium, what is a mixture between pink and blue? Okay, good. So purple. Okay, so we know it's kind of in between when we get that purple color. So what's going to happen if we increase the concentration of chlorine? So here, let's do a little prediction. Prediction. So let's make some predictions about what do you think is going to happen. Are we going to get which way it will shift? And what color we will see. Okay, so all of those things. All right, so if we add more chlorine, that is going to be like adding more reactant. So if we add more reactant, here the system is going to try and add more product. So it should shift what? Should shift this way. So if we add Cl, it should see this, and we should see a color change. If it shifts this way, we should see that blue color. Okay, what if we removed chlorine? We would see the opposite, right? And so it would shift back to, so if we removed some, that's like removing this, it would try and make more. So we would see it shift back to pink. And then if this is an endothermic reaction, which it is, heat is a reactant. So if we had heat here, right, it's like adding more reactant, and the system is going to try and make more product. So it will shift that way. And we should see blue. If we removed heat by cooling it down, we would see the opposite, right? It would shift back to pink. So we're going to do that real quickly. We're going to see if we can get that to turn. So if you look at your, if you turn to How Pushy, lesson 6, I'm going to have these test tubes, and we're going to fill out the data table. Okay, so go ahead and turn to that page. All right, so our first test tube, we are going to get our chlorine, or cobalt. Okay, so we get our cobalt going. Okay, and then to add more chlorine, we're going to use our calcium chloride. Okay. So we're going to put some calcium chloride. We're adding chlorine items. It's like adding more reactant. So you can see that it's colored purple, so purple is equilibrium. And we could keep adding to turn it blue. So you can notice it's kind of turning a bluish color. Okay. Now let's see what happens when we add water. So water here is by itself over here. So if we have this nice blue color and we add water, what will happen? It's like adding a product. So if we add more water, you can see it's going to go to more purple. Or so you get this nice blue product there. Okay, and then the last one we're going to do is add silver nitrate. So silver nitrate is an electron hog. So it's going to grab onto those chlorine. So here I have a tube with the same two things in it. Let's make it purple to start out with, so we'll get it at equilibrium, so a little purpler. Okay, so it's at purple. Let's see, so if we remove chlorine, let's see if we get what we predicted. So it's going to do a little reaction there. Okay, we'll let that settle out. Okay. And then the last side, so turn the page to the second one, and then you guys can answer the questions in a minute. So we're going to experiment with the temperature. So part 2 is asking us to get that purple solution going again. So we're going to make purple. So we start with our cobalt again. And then we're going to add our chlorine to get it at equilibrium. So again, we're making purple. I think that's pretty purple there. Let's see. There's equilibrium. Okay, so again, we're right at there. We have a mixture. Okay, so they're about the same color. So we can see they're about the same color, that purple color. We're going to put one in ice, which is like removing the heat. And we'll stick that guy in there. Okay, and then we're going to add heat to this other one. Okay, so let's give it a second. Let's watch and see what happens there. Okay, so we can see it start to turn color. We're adding heat. It's getting darker there. We can see that removing heat is getting lighter. So you can see it's really turning dark, dark purple, blue. Okay, and you can see that the pink one has turned a light pink. Okay, so it's no longer that purple color, it is pink. This one's slowly turning blue, purpley blue. Okay. So there, we're getting that nice deep blue color. Now it's really turning blue. So the thing is, like, if this is a reversible reaction, would we be able to turn it back to pink? Could we turn the pink one blue? And could we turn the blue one pink again? So let's just see if we can do that. So I'm going to take it out of here. We can see we got a really nice deep purple, purpley blue. Let's see what happens if we remove the heat. There, look, you can see it. It's instantly changing. Look at that, instantly changing. And can we put this one and heat it up? So notice adding heat, because it's endothermic, is going to take a lot longer than the cool down one. But you can see it's starting to turn purple. And then notice our ice one has now turned to pink. So yeah, I mean, you could do this all day long. This is just Le Chatelier's. Once you get it at equilibrium, you can push it either way, you know, by adding the concentration or by changing the temperature. So there you go. So see, it's going back to that purple. It's going to keep going. If we left it in here, it would turn like a really bright blue. Really like cobalt blue is what we call it. Okay, all right, so that's our lesson for how pushy. Go ahead and answer the questions on your sheet, and then there we go. All right, bye.